He's got it, wants to throw. Wentz looks, pressure comes. Wentz hit, sack, back inside the 20. Aiden Hutchinson, that's number 2.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Big D Pod. This week's going to be a little different. Ben is unfortunately / fortunately hunting with his family in the Upper Peninsula this week. Hopefully he can come back with some venison, so he's going to be out of town for this episode. We did record his picks, however, and my picks for the week. Was it 11 NFL slate? So we'll update that. I'll show that that segment here after this. But I just wanted to give a quick update on what's going on there. This week, not going to be a whole lot. Mostly just you'll see these pick'ems in a second, and then come Monday we'll talk more about the Detroit teams this week. There's going to be a lot of talk on the Pistons for how tremendously awful they're doing. We're probably going to go into a deep dive on them, and somewhere in the title is going to include something about how we're depressed with the Pistons. Unfortunately, it's been like that pretty much since we started this podcast. So we might be the bad luck charms for the Detroit Pistons. We'll see if they don't win a game all year, which it's kind of looking that way, it seems like. We might have to do some deep looking into this podcast and change it up a little bit. It might be just, you might not have a podcast, honestly. I mean, if we want the Pistons to win, and if it's that takes that sacrifice, oh well. But for real, they need to win a game, and it needs to start now. They're almost at 10 straight now, and it should be cool. It'd be cool to, see 10, I think. Hopefully it's a little wake-up call for the coaching staff there. And then I just got done watching the Red Wings game. Heartbreaker lost tonight to 5-4 in overtime. Came back 4-2. Scored 2 goals in like a span of 45 seconds in the end of the second there. And then couldn't get anything going in the third, and then came overtime, ended up losing a heartbreaker. So we're going to get into that too. Check out the Detroit teams this weekend. There's a lot of teams playing, a lot of guys coming back to play. Jeez, what am I saying? Not sure when I think the Lions play the Bears at 1 o'clock. Yep, they do. They play the Bears at 1 o'clock on Sunday. So be ready for that. We don't know if Justin Fields is playing or not yet. It's looking like he's not. It's looking like Tyson Badger's going to play the remainder of at least this week. And then, I don't know. I think they're kind of keeping it a little secretive, which I don't know how I feel about that. But it's bad for me, I guess, because I'm thinking that we're going to not have to face Justin Fields, and then we might have to, which would be a nightmare because we don't deal well with scrambling quarterbacks based on the previous game from us this year. Red Wings play Friday against the Maple Leafs at 2 p.m. again. Looking to get a dub at home there, so we'll see if they can bounce back there. Pistons, I believe, play one more game on Saturday. Let me just double check to try to get their 10th straight loss. Tomorrow, actually, on Friday. Oh, that's right. It's at Cleveland for the in-season tournament game 3. So look for Cleveland trying to stay at the top of their division, top of the schedule there. Look for the Pistons to probably lose because that's kind of what we're good at. So we are good at losing. So that's one thing. And yeah, that's going to be it for us this week. We'll jump right into the pick'em slate. Have a good one, guys.
All right, so this week, NFL pick'ems, we
excited.
have the records. Dude, the records right now, I caught up a little bit. Caleb is 28-15, and I am 26-17. This is not with the Buffalo Bills and Denver Broncos Monday Night Football, because we do have to film this pick'em segment early because I am gone this coming week. So we are filming this section early. Caleb is going to be doing something on his own, and so he will update you on the record.
I gotta get analytical.
Which it's gonna. We both took the Bills, and so it's either going to be 28-16 and 26-18, or it's going to be 29-15 or 27-17. So it's not going to affect like how far I'm away from Caleb still. But yeah, that is the Pick'em's record right now. going into the first game of Week 11, we got the Baltimore Ravens versus the Cincinnati Bengals.
This is going to be a game. I'm excited for this Thursday Night Football game. I actually am going to pick the Ravens. They have a top defense in the league. They're looking to bounce back at home this week on a Thursday Night Football game. I'm not sure about the Bengals anymore, man. Like, I don't trust them, man. I don't trust them. And guess what? Lamar still haunts me. So I'm picking the Ravens.
Yeah, no, I got the Ravens too in this game. I think that defense is going to be too much for Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase to handle. But who knows? That offense is very, very good. I think both of them could have bounce back weeks. But I think Ravens win at home. So, yeah. All right.
Both Ravens.
Going into the next game, we have the Detroit Lions versus the Chicago Bears. Lions are at home.
So I actually picked the Bears because Justin Fields might be coming back, and he's kind of like Lamar, so I'm a bit terrified. I think Justin Fields is a top 10 quarterback, and Herbert and Allen are a worse version of Justin Fields and DJ Moore. So I'm going to pick the Bears here. Psych! Lions for the win, baby.
Thought that was coming.
Who's covering Amon-Ra? No one. Oh, but they have Montez Sweat. Here walks in Penei Sewell. Good night. Sleep tight.
Yeah.
Justin Fields, if you come back, just be knowing Hutch is coming for you. He's coming hard.
Pause.
Lions. Is there ever a doubt? No.
Yeah, no. I think it's pretty obvious that I also took the Detroit Lions in this game. I don't see any way Detroit loses this game. If we lose this game, you might as well say our playoff run is already over. You might as well just chalk the entire season and lose out so we get a draft pick. Because I don't see any way that we lose this game. Jalen Johnson is the only corner on this team. They have no safeties. This entire defense is horrendous. Their only receiver is DJ Moore. Their Division II backup quarterback is currently playing. I don't see a way that the Chicago Bears
what's wrong with Division II, man?
Football game.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Both picking the Lions, obviously.
Going on. Next game, we have the Cowboys versus Panthers.
I'm riding. This is going to be 4 weeks in a row I take the Panthers. Like, come on, man. Everything says Cowboys, but I believe. It's always been the Panthers. We pick them weekly. And the NFL and ESPN knows that in order for them to get views, the Cowboys have to lose so they can get flamed, especially after a big blowout win versus the Giants. The Panthers are due. God, what am I doing? Panthers.
Yeah, so this might be a worse take than the Giants-Cowboys game last week. You may have had just the worst take of all time.
They're at home.
Somehow worse than mine. I have the Cowboys in this game by a mile. I know I faded them last.
Come back next week. Come back. Look me in my eye.
But yeah,
tell me. Yeah, I'm not even. Yeah, just.
I do not believe in Bryce Young and Adam Thielen.
Wait.
The Panthers are so pissed off right now that they took Bryce Young over C.J. Stroud. You think they're winning this football game?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
They're pissed.
Yes.
They're pissed.
Yes.
Panthers owners.
They are
fans,
pissed.
Everybody is pissed.
Therefore, fire lit.
They're gonna lose. No,
they match up
they're
perfectly
for Caleb Williams. In what area? Name a position.
Yeah, no, I can't think of one.
Panthers
Kicker? Brandon Audrey's a little bit. Kicker. Yeah.
Who's the Panthers kicker?
Don't know. Cardinals. Oh, no. Steelers versus Browns. I'm going to ask you this time. Who you got?
I think I have the Steelers in the game. Let me look at my note sheets real quick. I have the Steelers taking this game against the Browns.
I like that pick.
Yeah, I do.
I like this so much that
Steelers are going to go in.
it.
Steelers are going to go into
Cleveland.
and shut them out.
So I'm taking the Browns. The Browns have the best defense in the league by yards allowed. And you know what? It's not even close anymore. They have like 230 yards allowed per game. The next closest is like 260. Which the Steelers have a hard time getting yards anyway. So I think that they score maybe 6 points. Myles Garrett equals nightmares. They still have nightmares from when Myles Garrett beat the living crap out of Mason Rudolph with his helmet. And he sacked Lamar in the Ravens game last week twice. What makes you think he's not getting in Kenny Pickett's dome?
Have you seen the Steelers' offensive line?
Nope. Name me one offensive lineman for
Probably
the Steelers.
Marquise Pouncey.
I don't think his name's Marquise. I think it's Maurice, but sure.
Maurice Pouncey.
Yeah, good try.
That is, I don't even think we're no longer on the team. I don't even know.
Give me the Browns.
He might have retired.
Give me the Browns.
Give me the Steelers. Next game. It's here. The Cardinals versus the Texans.
I got to take the Texans, man. I just can't go with the Cardinals again. I'm not going to get lucky 2 straight weeks in a row. Stroud's on a whole nother planet right now. I'm going to wide the wagon until it crashes. Ride the wagon until it crashes. And the Cardinals just won't win 2 weeks in a row. So, yeah. Who you got?
I have Call of Duty playing
What
Kyler Murray.
Doing?
Going into Texas.
You cannot be serious.
And destroying this Texans team. Stroud is due for a bad game. I think Arizona takes this one. I think it's going to be a low-scoring, close game, and I think Arizona takes this one.
That's
all I gotta say
Do you have
on
any
it.
further analysis, or is it just like a gut feeling, or
It's called, what the hell am I doing? I picked the Giants last week. Might as well take the Cardinals this week, too. Mix it up a little bit. They're going
that's
back
fair.
to back.
That's fair. I like that.
Yeah.
And I actually hate it. So
So
they're the
going on to
24th
the
ranked
next
defense
game.
in the NFL.
Going on to the next game.
They also
We
have
got
given
the
up 27
Raiders
touchdowns
at
this year.
Miami.
Okay.
Going on to the next game.
Raiders versus Miami in Miami at 1 p.m. I don't know how you don't take the Dolphins here. They're coming off a bye. However, the Raiders defense did look good last week. I expect them to pass heavily and win this game. It'll be closer than you expect, though. I wouldn't hate you for a Raiders pick. But based on your reaction, you definitely picked the Raiders.
Thank God you wouldn't hate me for a Raiders pick because I have
wouldn't.
Aiden
I honestly
O'Connell going into Miami and beating Tua. I do. This Raiders team looks completely.
Who's guarding
I'm riding
Tyreek
with
Hill?
this Raiders team. Devontae Adams.
Bro's like Marcus Peters. Duh.
No. Going
Bro's
into
like Rod Woods. Or Charles Woods. No, I liked it. I like the pick,
Yeah,
honestly. Just gonna increase my lead even more.
I'm riding with this Raiders team until they lose a game since they fired their head coach.
And the Dolphins only beat teams below 500. The Raiders right now are 500. So it's a toss-up.
Yep. So Raiders are going into Miami and they're beating them. That's all I got to say. All right, next game. We got the New York Giants versus the Washington Commanders.
I took the Commanders. Sam Howell is leading the league in passing yards. I expect him to win this week after a tough last week. The Giants are absolutely miserable. They're terrible. Honestly, Saquon should play running back or should play quarterback, and they should run Wildcat every play. Commanders.
So,
Don't.
like I said before, I am going undefeated in pick'ems this week.
Don't tell me you picked the Giants.
The Giants.
Why? Taking the Giants.
Look so miserable that the Commanders are not going to know what to do against this team. The Giants are going to go into Washington and beat this team. My boy, Tommy DeVito.
Bro, can't even say it with a straight face. Oh my!
Is going to beat Sam Howell this week.
Hey,
that's all I got to say.
At least I know that the next game we're going to have the same pick. So let's get into that one.
So the next game we have the
Chargers
versus the Packers.
I got Chargers dominating offense against a team who's deeply struggling. And hashtag NPTP, never pick the Packers.
Yep. I have the Chargers 2 in this game. The offense is going to go insane. Keenan Allen cannot be stopped. I don't see any way the Packers win this game. Jordan Love might be the worst quarterback in football. He is not the answer. Yeah.
Brett Favre coming back.
FTP.
Fade the Packers.
All right. Moving on already.
Is it fade the Packers,
or
is it a different F word?
It's a different F word for me.
Okay.
Moving on to the next game. We have the Titans at the Jags.
I have the Jaguars here. It's a bounce back game. This has to be the play. And I'm done picking the Titans because I picked them last week and it didn't work. So, changing the tides here. Taking the Jags.
Yeah, I got the Jags 2 in this week. I took them last week against the 49ers. And
you know who didn't take
Brock
them?
Purdy.
This guy.
Okay, we don't need to talk about it. But yeah, I got the Jags this week. The Titans team is
They're bad too. There's so many bad teams.
Derrick Henry did not look good last week, which is just wild to say. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this Titans team.
They're not good.
But yeah, all right, moving on. We got the Bucs versus the Niners. I think this is going to be a good game.
I think the Niners are going to blow them out. They're so back. Brock Purdy is back. He looked insane this week. The D line is crazy. I said that this is the best D line this decade. And I don't think it's close. And the Bucs offense is so trash.
How many times they get into Baker this week?
6.
Okay.
It's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be brutal. 49ers all the way. 4 p.m. game in San Francisco. Got to ride with the Niners.
Yeah, I got the 49ers in this game too. I know I said it was going to be close, but that was kind of just for show. I think the 49ers absolutely kill the Bucs this game. I was just trying to see that there was a close game this week, and there's nothing that I see that's going to be close this week besides maybe the Bengals and Ravens, and then a game we might get into in a little bit. But yeah, I got the 49ers this week. The Bucs just don't look good ever since that Lions game, which they did not look good in either.
You don't think the Raiders game and the Giants game is going to be good?
49ers by a mile. No, because the Giants are killing the Commanders and the Raiders are killing the Dolphins.
Okay.
So,
all right, sure.
Yep. So going on to the next game, which I think become a very good game this week. And I'm not just saying that, but I do think this is going to be a good game this week. We got the Jets at Buffalo.
I'm still thinking about what I want to say for this one. I am picking the New York Jets. Such a dumb pick, but I just can't stop picking them. The defense is so electric, and I think the Aaron Rodgers timeline news is really exciting for them to hear and making them want to compete to be in a spot to make the playoffs by the time he comes back. And I just flat out don't trust the Bills anymore. Especially, we're recording this during Monday Night Football, and they're losing to the Broncos at home right now. I don't trust the Bills anymore. Please prove me wrong. I would not hate that because I do like the Bills. I just don't trust them right now. Josh Allen has thrown a pick in his past 7 games. This defense is too good for that to happen, so I'm taking the Jets.
So the Broncos and Bills game is currently tied 15-15 now. Bills have the ball. There's 2 minutes left in the third quarter. But being tied with the Broncos with 2 minutes left in the third quarter is just one reason that I can't pick you this week, and I'm going the Jets in
Sounds good.
week 11.
I like it.
Yeah, the Jets defense looks incredible. They're like, if this offense was just a little bit better, if Aaron Rodgers was the quarterback like everybody expected to be, this team would be very, very scary. But yeah, I got the Jets winning this game at Buffalo. Yeah. So moving on. Seahawks at the Rams. Who you got?
I'm taking the Rams this week. This is a good team. It really is. There's just some issues at quarterback right now with Stafford being out. I think Wentz might be playing this week, and I would like to see how it goes. They have had 2 weeks to prep for this game. I do really like the Seahawks. They're one of my favorite teams. But I just have this gut feeling that Carson Wentz is just going to have a revenge game. Like, he's just going to come out and go crazy. If he's playing. If he's not playing, forget everything I said. What do you got?
Yeah. I have the Rams also in this game.
Okay.
I got Puka and Cooper Kupp going insane against the Seahawks. Even though the Seahawks DBs are insane.
Facts.
But yeah, I think this Rams team pulls it off.
Sweet.
Definitely if Carson Wentz starts. I think
it's cool to see him back out there again.
Team.
He's not.
I do
He
do
had
too.
like 1 or 2 bad years.
He's not horrible.
No, he had 1 or 2 bad years. And he just kind of got shelled for it. A lot of people have bad years. Joe Burrow's rookie year was terrible.
Yeah, I mean,
Bryce Young's rookie year.
Nick Foles had 1 good year.
True.
And then when he took over for Carson Wentz and got paid, man got paid.
He got his bag. Next game.
Good for him. We have the Vikings at the Broncos.
Who's putting the Broncos in primetime 2 weeks in a row? Like what? Anyways, I'm taking the Vikings. I know it's in Denver, but I'm going to ride Dobbs until it doesn't work anymore. The Broncos are still kind of a joke, even though they're tied with the Bills right now, so these notes don't really make sense anymore. But this one does scare me a little bit. What do you got?
I have the Denver Broncos.
I don't hate it.
Stopping Joshua Dobbs. Even though Justin Jefferson may be coming back this week.
Oh,
so Dobbs may have more weapons to throw to. But yeah. I got the Denver Broncos locking down Dobbs. I think the miracle will be over. I think his magic is going to run out.
It's not magic, it's science. Yeah. He's an astronaut.
The magic is going to run out.
He's a rocket scientist.
The magic is going to run out.
It
don't matter.
Magic.
Don't matter.
It's
Denver.
calculations in math and science.
I got Denver in this game, man. We're going Denver all the way.
Dude, plus Joshua Dobbs is a rocket scientist, a.k.a. space scientist, a.k.a. high elevation, means he's closer to space. Just saying.
That is true. But nope, still got the Broncos in this game. You ain't changing my mind. Just like the Packers. FTV. Fade the Vikings.
Oh, okay.
I got the Broncos. So
let's get into the
last game of the week. Monday Night Football. Easily the game of the week.
Moses.
Philadelphia Eagles.
Super Bowl
versus the
matchup.
Kansas City Chiefs. The Kelsey matchup. Will Taylor Swift be there? Who knows?
I don't know. Wasn't she just in like Europe the other day?
Man, I got no idea.
Yeah, I don't know either. I just see clips of random stuff. It's in Kansas City, Monday Night Football. I'm taking the Philadelphia Eagles. But holy wagon, this is a game. I'm going to be sitting down watching every second. But let me tell you, Uncle Travie ain't winning nothing. Fly, Eagles. Mahomes going to be terrified this week. I don't care about the bye prep. It's not enough. If Jalen is healthy, it's the Eagles. If he's not, you can just forget everything I said in the past 30 seconds because it'll change. People are going to stop with the T Swift and start with the D Swift because he's running for 153 tutties. Lock it in.
That helped my fantasy team out a lot.
I don't give two fricks about your team.
But I have the Kansas City Chiefs winning this game just like they did in the Super Bowl.
No, they're not winning 2 in a row.
I think they win 2 in a row. I got Uncle Travie catching, we'll say, 8 passes for 124 yards and a touchdown. So I got Jason Kelce getting absolutely blown up by Chris Jones one play. Absolutely blown up by Chris Jones one play.
They're buddies,
either going to be a sack or a TFL.
They did a podcast together.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter. I think the Chiefs win this game. I don't know why. I just think they do.
Terrible
home,
analysis.
In Arrowhead, hard to win in.
Yeah, facts. That's true.
Hard to win in, even though the Lions did it earlier this year. Plus, I just want the Chiefs to win this game so that the Lions are tied with the
there we go. I was waiting for you
number
to say
one
that.
seed in the
say that.
number 1 seed in the NFC. So it's like the main reason I want the Chiefs, and that's why I picked them. But yeah, that's what I got for NFL Pick'ems this week.
That's the full slate of games.
You got anything else to add?
I have nothing. Let's go back to the podcast. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn the notification bell on to never miss another video of ours. Check out our Instagram at motown.madness for daily posts and content all about Detroit sports. And check out our TikTok, motown.madness, for clips and highlights of each episode.